way to introduce herself, Sophia. Sticker. Okay, SpongeBob and optimistic pictures hold imagination and appreciation, and that's very cool to introduce herself. And now I'm going to invite two evaluators to have some evaluation for Sophia. The first one is, let's welcome Keli again.
I haven't been speaking yet. Sophia, I feel your speech and your name and your personality is extremely memorable. From start to finish, you had us use different ways of our learning, to remember your name, from speaking, repeating after you, asking us questions, so we were engaged with a sense of inquiry, and being playful, so I suppose it's the right side of the brain as well as the left side of the brain was all being engaged right there, and I thought that was very impactful, a technique to engage the audience. I also felt that your demeanor exemplifies your contents, such as your self-description of being optimistic. I could see that you displayed optimism in your personality and your stage presence. So that was very effective for me as an audience member to follow along and know what you're talking about. I could feel it and see it right in front of me. I also felt that you were extremely sincere in your expression. And I liked the phrase, logic starts from A to B, but imagine takes you everywhere. I've never heard that before, and I like it a lot. That's my takeaway, as well as your name this evening. And I felt your words were well selected, such as appreciation. Actually, all the words. I could tell you thought about this speech, prepared in advance, and you had a sense of strategy in how you're going to introduce yourself. So as an audience member, I really appreciate seeing that the speaker has prepared a lot. That makes me good. And lastly, I feel so embarrassed on behalf of all Americans that that was the cuisine that you had in the States. It was horrible. I've never had scrambled eggs in the microwave, but I know some of them do that. And lastly, in terms of a suggestion, probably when you asked the question, sorry, I need to practice speaking. You said when you first got on the stage, let me ask you a question before I begin speaking, or before I begin my speech. It made me wonder, so when does the speech begin? I think the moment you step on stage, your speech has already begun. So it's kind of a moot point to ask us to wait a moment. My speech isn't beginning. It actually, in effect, it has. So probably next time, not necessary to say so.
Okay, thank you.
But otherwise, fabulous icebreaker. Good job.
Thank you. And the second one, let's welcome Sam Lai.
First, I would like to say you make a good idea to use your name, Sophia, to introduce and to organize your article. I think it's a cool idea for me, and I think it's not bad. But I have to say, in this model, you use Sophia to be the structure. I think you have to take care of your article in a sentence, because maybe there are some totally different or have another link or connection with any part. So I think you have to take care in any kind of part. You have to take care. And the second, I think you make the question to open and ending. I think it's a good. But I just like remind you, don't be too much and don't be too difficult to your audience to ask them the difficult question for them. I think it's important. Yes, it's my evaluation. Thank you.